What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to episode 10 of the MOJOE'S PODSHOW. We're going to talk about beer, we're going to talk about a free agent, and we're going to talk about a draft prospect. Let's get into it. Okay, so today's beer is Lagunitas Brown Sugar Sweet Release. Shout out to my man Justin over at Keg and Bottle, coming through kind of the last minute here. I didn't have a lot in the beer fridge, so appreciate that, Justin. You guys check them out over there off of Avocado Boulevard here in El Cajon. They say that that's La Mesa. I don't get it. I don't see how it could be La Mesa. Anyway, onward with the B-roll. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of history on Lagunitas. It was founded in 93, but now it's a subsidiary of Heineken International. So Heineken purchased about half the company, or maybe exactly 50% back in like 15 or 16. It was considered a craft brewery up until then. And since it is not a quote unquote craft brewery, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of history on Lagunitas, because I'm basically telling you the history of Heineken, if you will. Don't sell your breweries, guys. Brown Sugar Sweet Release. Let's pour it out. It's a 9.9. Oh, man, that's nice. It's got a nice pour to it, too. Kind of light amber. It's kind of a light amber color. So, hey, it's not an IPA, right? Yeah, so I'm getting kind of like caramel sweetness. You can certainly tell that there's some brown sugar in it. Not per se exactly brown sugar, but you can I'm getting the sweetness off of it. So it's got like a sweet to start off with, and it's got some hops, kind of floral hops going on there, and it's got a pine scent to it. But for a 9.9, it's pretty easy drinking. I'd say the aftertaste is kind of roasty. Is that a word? I like it. I like all beer. You guys know that. All my listeners know I like all the beer. Check them out. Lagunitas Brown Sugar Sweet Release. I think we'll go ahead and fill up the old cup. Cheers, Raider Nation. So let's break down free agent Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson is the wide receiver from the New York Jets that came on in the last few years. He's a 3-year pro. He's 26 years old. He was signed by the Jets as an undrafted free agent in 2016 from the University of Temple. So his stats, as you can see here, since 2016, he's got 207 receptions, 3,059 yards. His average is 14.8 yards per catch. It's not bad. He's averaging almost 50 yards a game, and his longest was 92 yards. That was his longest reception. But that was this year. So this year's stats, as you can see there, played all 16 games, 52 receptions, 779 yards, and averaged 15 yards per reception. I don't know what kind of money this guy's going to want to make, but I will tell you that right now, his current contract is a 1-year contract worth $3,095,000. It's his average salary. It's a 1-year thing, just a little over 3 million. He's 26 years old, and he is set to test free agency. He's probably going to ask for way more than that. We'll see, man. We'll see about Robbie Anderson. I saw his numbers compared, just like you just saw him, compared to some of the other receivers in the league. I don't know, man. It depends on how much this guy's going to want. I got a feeling that he's going to ask for a little bit too much money. Personally, I think we could do better than Robbie Anderson in the draft. I think that we can stick with third and Renfro, Fro Tap. I think that we could give Tyrell Williams another chance here for this season. He's already under contract, and we bring in one of the top wide receiver draft guys, right? We bring in a guy like Jeudy. We bring in a guy like maybe Henry Ruggs III, who is also he's a super fast kid, and he's comparable to Tyreek Hill.
What's up, y'all? This is the Condor, Max Crosby. You're listening to Mojo's Pod Show. Just win, baby. Shout out to you, man.
Draft prospect Jerry Jeudy. Let's talk about this kid. He's a junior. This year in 2019, he had 77 receptions, 1,163 yards. He averaged 15.1 yards per catch, had 10 touchdowns on a year, and his longest 85-yarder. 2017, 2018, he also looked good. 2017, was his freshman year. He only had 2 touchdowns, 264 yards, but he averaged 18.9. You're going to have that whenever you have only 14 receptions, but you could tell he was a big play guy if he was getting almost 20 yards per reception. 2018 was another great year. He had more yards. He had 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns. So actually, he had a better year in 2018 than he had this year in 2019. He's not the fastest guy in the draft. He's an intriguing young prospect, and I think he's going to go high. Maybe the first wide receiver drafted. They say he's got great skills when it comes to running routes. Says his hands are there. Says he's a big-time playmaker, down the field threat, fast, stretches the field. The one thing that they did say, I was reading some scouting reports on Mr. Jeudy, and they said that his skill set doesn't show that he wouldn't be a guy to line up on the outside and to go hard down the field, make those streaks, those long plays. But they did say that we need to see more of that stuff on tape. I guess there's not a lot of him lining up on the outside as like a wide receiver number one in the NFL would do. So, hey, man, I'll tell you what, if it was me and he was around at 12, Raider Nation, I'm taking Jerry Jeudy. Now, I'm a bigger fan of Henry Ruggs III because he's faster. I think that we could teach him whatever he's lacking to get him to that next tier that people seem to think Jeudy is at. Much respect for this young guy, and I hope that he gets drafted super high, and I'd be happy if he was a Raider.
What's good, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Just Win Johnny from One Nation Fanware, and you're watching the Mojo Pod Show. Boom, 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 boom. It's the Mojo Pod Show. Bow, now, now. Go Raiders.
Let's get into our phone calls. Remember, all you got to do, call 619-736-5813. Leave a voicemail about the show, your takes. Leave a voicemail about free agency. Leave a voicemail about the beer. Leave a voicemail about the kids coming out of the draft, who your dream draft will be. Whatever you do, interact with me. Leave a voicemail. Let's get it.
What up, Mojo? It's Raider Rich. Hey, man, that was a great second show. Great first show, too. Second show was very, very, very good. Even though it triple echoed in my ear, I still listen to it.
You listen
to it.
to
Was great content.
Raider Rich, first off, I'm going to stop you right there. Yeah, man. We used Skype for that interview with Q-Dog, and we had some good stuff to talk about. We're going to do a different one, man. I didn't realize that the audio was screwed up. To anybody who tried to listen to it, I know my mom told me she tried to listen to it. A lot of people listen to it. Yeah, I'm really sorry for that poor product that I put out. The content was absolutely great, if I do say so myself. Q-Dog always comes with the fire, man. I appreciate you sticking through it, man. It wasn't easy. I couldn't even make it all the way through on the playback. So, Raider Rich, thanks. And you know who you're going to be here in a minute, man. So, number 2, man, let's keep going. Onward.
Great people talking Raiders and being realistic. And I appreciate that. Hey, man, I'm just going to say this. People need to understand that Raiders take what they want, not what's given, not what's allowed to. You know, Kenny Stabler took what he wanted. Jim Plunkett took what he wanted. There's a reason why Cliff Branch was the best receiver in the 70s. Why? Because speed kills, and you chuck it up to him, he's going to get it. That's what I think that these youngsters don't know. And a lot of these podcasts show, personalities don't understand. They're so afraid to say something bad or chuck, mediocrity. But the saying is commitment to excellence.
Amen.
Not mediocrity. Raiders take what they want, not what they're given. That's why I listen to you. That's why I listen to Murf. That's why I listen to Unfiltered. That's why I listen to Killer Gene. I done deleted everybody else. Except, I'm sorry. The boys, what's that, New Jersey chapter?
Yeah, that's Chuck Splatterhead McCann up there, man. At the, with the fan club blitz with Splatterhead, Tom and Fitz. Groby's good times, man. Those good people up there. Man, I appreciate you putting me in that category with those extremely professional dudes that are about the real deal, man, that know commitment to excellence and realize that Raiders take what they want. That's why we're all fans, right? We didn't become fans of the Raiders because they're a bunch of pussies, did we? No, we became fans of the Raiders because they're the most hated, most intimidating franchise in the history of NFL. Onward.
Yeah. The Black Hole, those my boys too. But other than that, all these little youngsters don't understand. Raiders take what they want, not what they're given. That's the difference between a Raider and everybody else. Keep up the good work. Remind people what it is. We're Raiders. We ain't nothing else. We taking this.
Word up, Raider Rich, man. Hey, I appreciate the phone call. Raider Rich is hitting us with the old school stuff, right? He's telling us what Raiders are about, the mystique, the history. We take what we want. Raider Rich from the IE, bro, I appreciate the calls. I appreciate all the support. And for you, my man, you know what that is?
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Triple O-G. Triple OG, the second one. He joins our boy DG as a triple OG. Let's get to the next call. I think this next call here is there's a lot. Sorry, Murf, I'm gonna have to bleep a lot of this out. But pretty sure this is a hater. I'm sure it's somebody that I know from the Navy. If not, hey, I appreciate you calling. Whoever you are, let's get to it.
Now, my week was pretty damn good. Because Who Dat Nation is up there and it's stuck there. Now, you want to talk about Raiders. The Raiders suck donkey. Look at this. How you beat the Broncos week 1 and you fucking lose to them this past week? What kind of shit is that? Then y'all choked on Chiefs. Then y'all lost to the fucking Vikings?
Yeah.
The Vikings. Y'all barely scraped the win to the Colts. Y'all barely scraped the win to the Bears. Like, come on, Trubisky. What the is he doing this year? The Packers bent you over like a little schoolgirl. Y'all barely beat y'all lost Texans. Texans are trash.
Now, hold up now. I don't know who this is, man. Your voice sounds familiar. I hope you hit me up and tell me who this is. But so first off, man, you've been saying a couple teams that are garbage that we lost to, right? So I'll give you I'll give you Broncos. But hey, man, Vikings are a playoff team. We beat the Bears. Packers are a playoff team. Texans are a playoff team. Okay, let's keep going. You know, the Jets lost. I'm sure you're going to get to that. That sucked. But, man, we lost to a bunch of playoff teams. So I'm just saying, bro. Let's go.
Lions. Ooh. Fucking scraped out that win, didn't you?
Man, who is this?
The Chargers, come on, Phillip Rivers is fucking washed.
Yeah.
Straight suck asshole.
Yeah.
Got one touchdown over the Bengals. Who the watches the Bengals? Bengals are shit water.
Yeah.
Then you got fucking teabagged by the damn Jets, 34-3.
Rough, man.
Then the Chiefs came back and slapped y'all by 31 points. Who the loses 21 points to the damn Titans? The fucking Titans. And then
Another playoff team.
Jacksonville just fucking throat y'all. Like, come on. Barely beat the Chargers again. Dude, tell Raider Nation to get their shit together. This is why they're going to Las Vegas.
All right. We're going to Las Vegas because we're going to take and double the franchise, and we couldn't build a stadium in Oakland. It wasn't working out with the local government and all that good stuff. But hey, I'm glad we are going to Vegas. And hey, man, I can't really say about the Jacksonville thing. I appreciate the call. I can't make out the voice, but I guarantee you I know you. I'll call you, man. I got your number on here. I'm 99% sure we probably served in the Navy together or something like that. I was digging the boy in the background, giving it a giggle. Some good, you know, I mean, you dropped some good ones here, man. Like teabagged by the Jets. Like that's pretty good, man. I appreciate you calling, man. Hey, man, all I can say is it's rough being a Raiders fan sometimes. Sometimes it's not easy. And we're going to just keep doing what we do, man. You know what? We can have about 10, 0-16 seasons in a row. And I'm still going to be repping my silver and black. And I guarantee you, guys like Raider Rich going to do the same thing. So, my man, whoever you are that called, appreciate the engagement. And I'll leave you with this, dude. Go f yourself. All right. So that does it for the phone calls this week. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember, check out my YouTube channel to the podcast version. So youtube.com/Mojo's Podshow, Raiders Fan Radio. We also got the Tales from the Nation that Murf and Swaggy J does on Murf's Fan Cave. Google it, find it. You can listen to it on any podcast provider. Shout out goes to my man Murf, my man Mosh, Swaggy J, Big Raider Trucker, Aaron Q-Dog Raider, Raider Ramon, all my homies that I interact with on my text thread, everybody over at East County Raider Nation. We'll be doing some more events coming up now that the season's over. Thank you to Main Tap for hosting us this year. We're going to try to make it another thing. We're going to do it again next year. So, hey, I appreciate it. And thank you all for interacting. Thanks for the support. Make sure you like me on Facebook. Make sure you like me and follow me on Twitter. And, hey, till next week, Raider Nation. Just win, baby.
Washed. Straight suck asshole.